Are you thinking about moving to Boerne, Texas, and you think you've done all your research and you know everything there is to know? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to tell you about some things that are coming to the area. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Serving San Antonio. I'm Christine Johnson with Fathom Realty, and today I want to talk to you about some stuff that's coming to the Boerne, Texas area. So this might be really interesting to you, so stay tuned. So you may have seen some of my previous videos about Boerne, and in there I mentioned fake Boerne and real Boerne. Well, I say that because it's really come in useful with a lot of the people that I've talked to in distinguishing the types of areas that they want to live and referencing the fake Boerne more closer to San Antonio area and the real Boerne area. So keep that in mind when I tell you about what's up and coming. So what I decided to do was kind of take it in areas. So we're going to start more on the fake Boerne side and work our way into Boerne so you can kind of get an idea of where everything is going to sit. So the first thing that I want to tell you about is Fair Oaks Emergency. Now this is going to be its very own emergency center in the Fair Oaks area. Having this emergency center is going to be awesome for the locals because right now their only options is to go into Leon Springs to that emergency center or the Rim, or the other option is to go into the downtown Boerne area where there's only the one urgent clinic there. So this gives them a bigger place and a more local option. So this is going to be really exciting for the fake Boerne area. Moving up a little bit further into the Boerne area, we have a brand new HEB in this area. This is also really cool for the in-between of these two places because HEB right now is either located in downtown Boerne area or located in Leon Springs. So those are the two options that everybody has now. But now they just opened only 2 weeks ago, a brand new HEB and a gas station. And that's really important because it's nice to have those gas stations on those frontage roads because sometimes they become far and few. And if you're like me, you tend to really push your limits on the gas. So we have this new HEB with a gas station and it gives great options for the people that are in between those areas. Now, speaking of that HEB, what they did was they are planning a community around it. It's called Lemon Creek Ranch and it's being based around that HEB. It's 118 acres, so that's a lot of land, which means a lot of things can go in there. Now, what are they putting in there? So far what I'm seeing, they are putting in 600 to 800 units of multifamily home and townhome. That's a lot more housing, and which means a lot more people coming to the area. They're also putting in restaurants and businesses around there. So there's going to be a lot more traffic coming through. And then there's going to be walking trails. There's 2 bodies of water out there for people to go and enjoy. And so there's going to be a lot coming into that area. 600 to 700 units, that's a lot of people with a lot of potential of kids. So what does it mean for our schools? Well, I know that they're building another elementary school, which I'll touch on in a second. But what does that mean for middle school and high school? There's 2 middle schools and 2 high schools. So you keep building elementary schools, but those kids have to go somewhere. So I'm really hoping that as they approved the build out of this Lemon Creek Ranch, they really considered other schools going into the area. I mean, maybe a school will go in that area. We can only hope. Hopefully they had a master plan. I mean, they're not dummies, right? So we will see what that means for schools. Now, speaking of schools, I mentioned a new elementary school. They are building a brand new elementary school in Boerne, which is really awesome for all these kids that have come into the neighborhoods with all the new additions of apartments and homes. So having a new elementary school is going to be a really great perk for Boerne and spreading out the kids and where they go to school. This new school is called Ollie Elementary. Now, Ollie is what I say. It's probably called Ole Elementary. You never know because these days, if I say it one way, Texas says it another. For now, we're going with Ollie Elementary, spelled O-L-I-E. So you figure it out. Correction. After I filmed this video, the school actually opened and it was discovered the real name is Viola Wilson. Ole for short, I guess. Okay, moving into the Boerne area. If you are familiar with the area, you know about the Dollar General or the $1.25 General. Well, it could be $1.35 now. I have no idea, but everybody loves a dollar store. And I just found out that this dollar store will not be located in this area anymore. So I'm really hoping that they're relocating to another place and their rent just came up. I don't know the story, but I do know that an Ace Hardware is going in its place. And for most people, this is really exciting. I know when I told my husband that Ace Hardware is coming to Boerne, he got excited and I was like, it's just Ace Hardware. But then again, when you really think about it, it's a great place to go if you just need something simple or something small or just one thing. It's not like making a day trip to, the Home Depot or the Lowe's. This will be a place you can just go for a quick trip. I know as a kid, Ace Hardware was where my dad was at every single weekend doing his projects. So I feel like it's going to be really convenient for a lot of people. So in the same kind of vicinity, they're building a Boerne Town Center. So right now it's still in the very, very small stages of being built. So what I'm finding out is going to be there right now is a Panda Express, a McAllister's Deli, a Chicken Salad Chick, never heard of it, but sounds like it's a good place, a Mod Pizza, which is build your own pizza. If you've never tried it, you're going to have to go there, because that's actually from my hometown. I've only seen it in Maryland, so it's really cool to see it coming to Texas. And there's a Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers coming. Now, I personally have never been to a Freddy's, but I know that everybody loves Freddy's. So stay tuned, that those are all going to be really great additions to the Boerne area. Now, it doesn't seem that they're getting my mail, because I have requested a Chick-fil-A or a McDonald's or something for us parents that are on the go. We have sports, we have to get something to eat. When do these children eat if their games are so late in the night? So it would be really nice to be able to zip into a McDonald's or a Chick-fil-A and grab something to eat. Okay, so what else is coming to Boerne? A Baptist hospital is coming to Boerne across from the Chili's. This is super exciting for everyone because right now there is no hospital in Boerne. So anybody that gets injured or needs to go to the hospital is getting taken down to San Antonio. So a Baptist hospital is coming to Boerne, and this could mean great things for people moving here, jobs, and overall, having the hospital in the area is gonna be an amazing addition to Boerne. Okay, so the next one I'm gonna tell you about, I cannot wait for them to open, and not just because it's a wine bar, but because of the story behind it. It's called Lost Oak Cellars, okay? And let me give you a little brief description of the story behind it so that when you go in there, you have some background. So it started off as a hotel for lung disease patients. And then eventually that closed and it became a funeral home. And so it went from a hotel with lung disease patients to a funeral home to a wine bar. So I think that's pretty cool. But the other cool part is it still has the exact same floor layout. So the only things that they changed for the winery is the front porch and the garage. So I'm really excited to go in and see it and just kind of visualize, like, how was the hotel and where do people stay? I mean, it's not a big place. So I'd really wish and hope maybe they have photos on the walls. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up. But anyways, Lost Oak Cellar sounds like a really awesome wine place that's gonna be opening up hopefully within the next couple months. I know they're having some permit issues, but it should be open soon. So if you're coming to Boerne, make sure you go check it out and see if it's open yet. Okay, so now we're moving a little bit further out into Boerne, and this is down off of the 46 area. This is a place, if you may have heard of Arrow's Play Center or Playscape or something. My kids like to go there for birthday parties. That's a good place. That's been open for a while, but that's a place you can take your kids. And while you're out there, there's two places that are opening. Well, one just opened and it's called Indulge, and I have not been there yet. However, the pictures and the videos look really awesome and it looks beautiful. But what I do know is it's a tapas place. It has wine, and for everybody that doesn't like wine, they do have other spirits. So they have gin, rum, vodka, tequila, all of those things if you don't like the wine. Their bathrooms are themed. So they gave an example, like one of them is the Cabernet room. So I imagine they'll have a Pinot room or a Chardonnay room. So I'm excited to go see those. And then they do have a pet-friendly patio. So if you want to bring your pet and sit outside on a nice, beautiful day, you can do that. And the latest in all the hype and talk these days is the newest pizza place opening called The Dark Side. That one's opening right over in that area as well. And it's a 70s and 80s theme. So there's a lot of Star Wars stuff in there, Back to the Future. And they're hosting their opening in May. And I hear that you can get tickets and you can go, and they're bringing in people from, I believe, Back to the Future, maybe somebody from Star Wars. I heard the Breakfast Club might be there, so I might be trying to score myself some tickets. Okay, and the last thing that I know you're pretty much saying, like, she forgot. I didn't forget. I just know that this has been the talk of what's coming to Boerne and the controversy that's been going back and forth about it. But guess what? Like it or not, Boerne's getting a Buc-ee. Deal with it. It's gonna happen. Buc-ee's is coming, and I think it will actually be a great addition to Boerne. Now, some of you watching this video might not have a clue what Buc-ee's is, because I know I had no clue what Buc-ee's is. Even after I went to Buc-ee's, I didn't know what Buc-ee's is. So let me give you a little bit of what I know. Buc-ee's is a gas station. But when you get there, you're not going for gas. You might get your gas, but you're gonna then go and you're gonna park your car, and you're gonna spend the next 45 minutes to an hour probably just wandering through Buc-ee's. You can buy food there, clothing there. You can buy a painting for your wall there. You name it, it's at Buc-ee's. Oh, and apparently they are known for the most cleanliest bathrooms at a gas station. So if you pass by a Buc-ee's and you need to use the restroom, you better stop. At least to use the restroom, and then you'll just get sucked into all the other stuff. But one thing I just learned about a Buc-ee's is they have these things called beaver nuggets. And I did try one recently, and it was really, really good and really addicting, and I wanted more. So if you're stopping, grab some beaver nuggets, grab some beef jerky, grab some peanuts that are roasted and all the things. I'm telling you, they have everything. And they're getting one right here in Boerne, Texas. Okay, everybody, thanks so much for watching another episode of Serving San Antonio. If you like what you see, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you have any questions,